What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach Hartley and welcome back to my weekly watch list video. I apologize for missing last week's video. It takes a couple of hours to make these videos each and every Saturday, and then I post them on Sundays, and last Saturday I just couldn't get it done. So I apologize. I'm gonna do my best to be as regular as possible with these videos because I want to share my analysis, share my research, and share my thoughts on what is happening in the market, because it seems like at least a couple of you guys really like them, and it basically just preps me and gets me ready for the week ahead. So I think it's just kind of good for everybody. Now, with regards to what has happened in the major indices, that's usually where I like to start because it gives us kind of a big picture as to where we are and what is happening. When we take a look at the NASDAQ, we did break through some previous resistance right here around 11,500, but we basically traded sideways the entire month of February. When it comes to the S&P 500, again, it looked like we were breaking through resistance here, but we've kind of traded sideways along that resistance for all of February. And when it comes to the Dow Jones, we just cannot get above this kind of 34,700 level. We have been trading sideways here for arguably 2 or 3 months now, and we hit this same level of resistance back in August of last year. And so we are starting to see some positive signs here. We're not just trading in a downward direction and setting lower and lower lows. We're actually at least starting to see some higher lows, and we're even seeing some sideways trading action, which is at least the first signs of a turnaround in the market. However, it is too early to say that we're in a new bullish trend, that we've hit the bottom. Things could turn around very, very quickly. When it comes to Bitcoin, though, I have a little bit more confidence that things have turned around because we're actually up by 50% in 2023, which is absolutely amazing. We started out at like 16,500, somewhere in here. We're now over 24,500, which is really, really nice to see. I am mining Bitcoin, I hold a couple other cryptocurrencies, and it's been a nice little bounce to the portfolio. Now, when it comes to earnings this week, we got a couple of things going on. We got Walmart and Coinbase and Home Depot and a bunch of retail stocks. We also have Fiverr and Wix. We've got Nvidia. We've got Baidu and Alibaba from China. We've got Block, and we've got a couple of other companies here. We got CIBC, which is a Canadian bank. We got EOG Resources. We got Wayfair coming out. We got Nikola reporting. We got Yeti and Intuit and Beyond Meat. So we've got some big names here, and there's some exciting companies. And I've got some big opportunities that I want to tell you guys about here. But first, we just need to talk about the market conditions real quick. Inflation is not slowing down as quickly as expected or as hoped. We got some data last week, and it basically showed us that inflation isn't quite slowing down at the pace that we had anticipated or hoped for, and that is sort of what caused the sell-off on Thursday and Friday. So because of that, we do expect interest rates to continue to rise, at least by the 0.25 to 0.5 basis point hikes. That's what we're expecting for the next couple of hikes. This week, we've got some big news coming out on Tuesday, existing home sales. On Wednesday, we get to see the FOMC meetings from the last meeting. So the meeting minutes is what it's called. Basically shows us what they were talking about and what data they used to come to their conclusion. And then on Friday, we have the PCE, which is personal consumption expenditures. And it basically shows us how much consumers are spending, not so much how much prices have gone up, but how much they're actually spending. Now, that is the plan for the week, and this is kind of what has happened over the last little while. Let's start talking about some of these stocks. And the first one that I want to share with you is Pepsi. Pepsi is showing us a really interesting and fun kind of technical trading pattern because it's easy to trade on. Once you can identify it, we are very, very clearly trading within a channel right now. We have clear support where we have bounced off support several times, and it looks like in the last week to week and a half here, we have started to bounce off of this support. And so I would expect this stock to either run up to this 185 to 190 area in the next couple of weeks here, or if it breaks down below support here, that would be a break of trend, that would be a reversal, that would be the beginning of a bearish trend, and that would be your stop loss. That's where you would want to get out of this trade. Now, what I like about this and what was so cool about this is that this was actually shared by the Discord group that I run almost 2 weeks ago now, pretty much 2 weeks ago. And they pointed it out and they said, hey, look at this. We're coming down to a very clear level of support. I'm thinking about buying some options with 2-month expiry. What are your thoughts? And everybody in the Discord chat, including myself, was able to kind of use their analysis take it and say, do I agree, do I not agree, and offer their opinion. So it was really, really great. If you're interested in being part of this Discord and seeing this analysis or sharing your own analysis and seeing my analysis, definitely consider signing up. I'm trying to build a community of traders and investors. You can ask me anything you want, and I am encouraging people to share as much as they possibly can. The sign up link is down below. Now, the next company I want to share with you here is Datadog. This is a company that actually reported earnings last week. I started looking into them. The earnings looked really appealing, and the financials looked amazing with regards to a growth kind of trajectory. So I was super, super impressed. And now the stock looks like it is breaking out of this bearish trend here, and it is approaching previous resistance right around this sort of $80 to $85 level mark. Now, what I like about this one is that the technicals are showing us some really positive indications, and the fundamentals, when you look at the revenue of this company, it is literally going in one direction the entire way, including the gross profit. The gross profit is just incrementally increasing as the revenue increases, and I really, really like the business model. They're currently trading fairly expensive though. They're currently at a 16 times price to sales ratio, but they're growing extremely fast, and so they are on my radar. And I really like the company. What I'm looking for here is this breakout. We've got clear resistance here. We've got a double top right here, and it looks like now we are approaching that double top. If we can get a clear breakout with good continuation and good volume, I think there's a great opportunity. This was last week. The earnings were last week. But I just think there's a good opportunity here, and it looks like a really strong company that's growing fast. I'm going to do some more research on it, so stay tuned for a video. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you want to be alerted when I put that video out. Now, the next one here is called Integris. This is, again, another company that's kind of new on my radar. And again, a very, very similar pattern, except we have a double bottom right here at 61. We bounced off that double bottom. And now we are breaking out of this bearish trend here. We are also trading above our moving averages, and it looks really strong. And so we've got kind of a breakout of this trend here. We've got a little bit of consolidation lately, and if this breakout continues and we can get out of that consolidation, I think there's a great opportunity here for Integris as well. Next one is Apple. Apple is just like an all-time great company. It needs to be part of your portfolio, and I think there could be an opportunity soon for you to add Apple to your portfolio. What I am watching for is I think we are at an inflection point. I don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to go up or down, but I think it's going to go up or down in a very clear direction over the next kind of week to 2 weeks. The reason I say that is because we have very, very clear resistance at 155. We have had quite a rally over the last few weeks here, rallying from 124 to 155, and now I think we are either going to get rejected at 155 and come back down to support, or I think we're going to continue breaking out, and I think it's a great opportunity to add on the breakout or add in if we come back down to support. So that's what I'm watching for. Now, the last company here is Udemy. This is probably one of the stocks that has made my watch list the most recently. I like the company. I love the business model. I think the market for online learning is only going to grow, and I recently made a swing trade in Udemy where I bought it at $10 here. I rode it all the way up, and I think I sold at $12 or $13 here when my trailing stop loss got hit. Now the stock has come back down to $10. It is a major, major, major level of support. You can see we have bounced off $10 in March. We bounced off in May. We bounced off again in July. We bounced off in December here. And now at the beginning of February, we are down at roughly $10 again. And if we see a bounce off $10, I am buying in for the bounce, and I am riding it back up with a trailing stop loss because I like the business model, I like the technicals, and everything is lining up on Udemy. Now, if you want to learn more about how to analyze these companies and find stocks like this and actually execute the trade properly, definitely consider checking out my Stock Market Fundamentals course. It's completely free. It's 10 hours long. You get 1 month free trial on Skillshare. There's over 14,000 students that have gone through the course, and I promise you it'll be well worth the time, well worth the effort, and it won't cost you a thing. The link is in the description. Same thing with the Discord chat, and the subscribe button is right above it. Please remember to check all 3 of those things out, and thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Good luck trading, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.